Today in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through how I've been able to trade gold all through the new all-time highs it has been creating for the past month plus. Now, September happens to be the month gold closed with the biggest monthly candle closure, and that was the turning point for me recovering my account from drawdown. October also has been good, as well as I'm going to share with you guys some useful tips, nuggets, and how to approach these environments, because they are usually different from how you want to trade gold if it was around the usual pricing or around its historical prices in the past, or let's say maybe other asset class to be precise. Also, I'm going to share with you guys some things that you need to also have in mind while trading it. Regardless of whatever strategy you are using, it's going to still be effective for you. And also how my psychology has been within the past few days, and also my struggles and a few things that I found difficult around the way. But the key takeaway here is I've been able to recoup my trading account. I'm also going to do a quick overview of that as well. Those of us who have been on the Telegram channel will be able to relate with this, as I'm going to share with you guys most of these things, as well as answer questions that I've been getting as well. If you're not part of the Telegram, do well to use the link in the video description. Let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so before we proceed, let's quickly take a look at my Forex account. So this is the trading activity for today. We've been able to close today in a good profit. So this is the trading activity for today. So if you look at this here, if you look at the timing for this session when I took this trade, you will notice that it was right around Asian session, right? So if you look at this is part of what I explained here, saying that Asian session, this is where the money is. This is where you should not sleep on. You should be able to double down on trading gold starting from the Asian session. This is where we have lots of liquidity flowing into the market, and it's much easier to ride the wave from Asian session. So that's by the way on my funded accounts. Let's get right into the video. Let's look at the chart work. Before we get into the chart work, I want to itemize a few things you need to note that are the drivers or the things that I do while trading gold. So firstly, you want to start your day with the Asian session. Now the Asian session is where we have most of the liquidity flowing into gold, and these are the times where you pick up your entries in a very good spot and you ride it all through London. I'm going to explain more further on this when we go into the chart work. The second thing you want to notice, you have to bring your A game when it comes to reading of candlesticks formation, or how familiar with it you are with these things like your rejection candle, bullish engulfing, all this kind of stuff, morning star, and so on. Now the other third thing you need to note is chart formations. How well are you familiar with chart formations that show signs of buying pressure or continuations? You need to bring your best into this. Then you need to bring your scalping spirit, your scalping cloak. Put that on while you're coming to trade gold. Then also fundamentals. This is the biggest of all, before any other thing that will fuel gold to move to the upside. So by the way, if you look at my charts here, I'm also going to share some other nuggets that I use. If you look at my charts here, I have just gold open in 3 time frames: 5 minutes, 15, and the 1 hour. Now I use these time frames in sync simultaneously to be able to scoop my entries at the best possible price, and also being able to keep an eye on how these time frames are in sync with each other, and when they are like breaking up, and to catch scalings basically at large. So I'm going to walk you guys through the example of the trade I took today. Now let's jump into it. So looking at this here, I'll just switch over to a single window. So we will continue. Now this is a single window. So firstly, I want to take a look at the market. I want to start from the daily. I want to see where the market opened. Okay, so I might not really catch the market open, but if I'm relatively close, that's enough. So looking at this here, you notice this was where today's market opened. This was where price opened today. So I'm going to use the bar replay tool to take us all the way to that place. Now starting off, you will see that this is where price opened for today. Now what I want to do now is I want to scale into lower time frame, the 5 minutes, like I mentioned earlier on. Now while I'm at it, the other thing I want to also note is I have this indicator that I use, not necessarily because I'm an indicator trader, but it helps to enhance and tell me the peak and the opening session of the day. Basically, It's called ICT Q zones, pivot and Q zones. Yeah, this particular one. Go check it out. So I think is a free indicator. So, but I'm on Trading View Premium. I don't really know if that's on the free version. So if you look at this here, you notice that this is the Asian markets. Yeah, where I made my most trading for today and profit. You notice that this was where I came to the market and I was able to ride this entire move. Going to break them out. I'm going to break them down shortly. So looking at this here, this was the first major chart formation that showed up. I took my first entry here. We went all the way up here. Price retraced about 50% of this move, which I scaled in, and boom, we had this aggressive move. I took some profits here. Price came all the way down. I re-entered again. We had this. I scaled in. We had this. I took profit again and I scaled in and I closed all my positions right about this top before this wild move all the way down. Now, because I know I was actively trading the Asian session, guys, I was, essentially being very aggressive. So doubling down using all of these things I've mentioned earlier on. Okay, so let's talk about the fundamental side, which is like the biggest part of it. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you're enjoying the content, do well to like this video, drop us a comment and smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, so that will encourage the channel and we grow the channel and this video gets to more people as well. Now back to the fundamental side. Now when it comes to gold is a safe haven asset class, and because it's a safe haven asset class, what happens is during times of lots of political tension, uncertainty and unrest in the financial space, liquidity, which is money, flows into these assets aggressively. That's the number one thing to note. Now, what are these geopolitical uncertainty or unrest that do come up? Number one is the tariffs, which is the latest that came out last week or that came back into the scene. Now, before that, we also had the Fed. They are going on a strike, which is like a shutdown. They are not working. Now, because the Fed is shut down, the job market is also affected. Before the shutdown, it has been affected. Now, the shutdown also happened, and it coincides around the period of NFP. There was no NFP, and there was no jobless claims announcement, and also we have CPI coming out next week. Now if you piece of all of this information, you will notice why gold has been creating consistent all-time highs and it has been going bonkers. So with all of this combined, I believe that this video is a full gem and I've been able to relate to you guys one or two things you could pick or learn and add to your trading system, regardless of whatever concept you're trading, guys. So I hope this was a useful information. And by the way, if you're not part of our Telegram community, do well to use the link in the video description, be part of it and see the way we do trade during Asian sessions. For the past 4 weeks now, I've been losing sleep, guys, but it is worth it essentially. And basically you will learn also other things about my entries and how I fine-tune them basically. Until next time, guys, keep it simple. I'll see you on the next one.